Drizzy and T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay. Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. What up, T-Money? How we doing?
How's it going, Drizzy?
It's going pretty good. Pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad. And pretty easy work week. And we got some pretty good news for the show, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Well, for all those repeated listeners, we want to tell you that we are actually moving to a bigger and better studio that is not underground.
Woo! AKA, I'm moving to a new apartment.
Yeah, buddy.
Giggity.
At least, I do know the acoustics in there are much better than they are in here, as well as the light. But
Well, the light is much better.
Oh, yeah.
All the mood lighting can be set for any event.
so all your support has helped us not get a renewal on Drizzy's apartment, and
I fully blame you for that, but
Yeah.
that's another conversation.
we blame the audience. So
It's all your fault.
it's
I can't
all your
stay
fault.
in my dungeon of
If
an apartment.
You guys would have supported us. Yeah.
We could be in a mansion.
Exactly. We could be on Sirius XM right now.
But alas, we are not. We are here on my broken couch.
It is still broken.
It is broken. We need to fix that. We need to take some time
We'll
to
fix that in the next 4 weeks.
That'll be after I move.
Exactly. We just won't take that one center section.
Just cut it out, chop it
Exactly.
out of the couch.
Exactly.
But yes, still
But
broken. Still thriving though.
It's still thriving. But speaking of cutting things out of your life,
And broken
and
things.
broken things, today's episode is a little bit about dating and our dating blunders.
Oh, the worst. But we go back a little bit. We're going to talk about like our childhood crushes, like some of the awkward dating moments that we've had, and just like realizing that dating kind of just sucks.
It's definitely not like the movies.
It is not a rom-com.
I mean, when I was growing up and I saw some of these, even the American Pies. I mean, they
It's
were
nothing like that.
well, yeah, they're not like that, but well, maybe a little bit. But I mean,
band camp, but
I was in marching band, so that shit does happen.
Ooh, that shit's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mean,
band geeks are freaky.
we were.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
believe it.
you're around each other all the time. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
I mean,
And you get real comfortable.
oh yeah, giggity giggity.
But yeah, so we're going to be talking about some of that messy stuff, just historically, how we've gotten to where we're at.
Oh yeah, why we are exactly where
Oh my
we're
gosh.
at.
Well, let's start. Let's
Let's rewind. Let's
go
turn
all
the
way
clocks
back.
back.
But let's go like all the way back.
That's oof.
I'm going to take it back to
Uh-uh.
kindergarten.
My clock would have to go back a real long time.
I don't know. I'm going back to kindergarten.
Okay, let's see your kindergarten crushies.
My very first crush in kindergarten, the one that just set the tone for disappointment and failure in love the rest of my life. Kindergarten, yeah. I had a crush. I had a crush on a boy. I'm gonna call him AP.
Mhm.
And AP was just a cutie patootie. I just thought he was just the cutest little thing I've ever seen in my life. And I remember going home from school and telling my mom about him. She's like, "What did he look like?" And I was like, "He has the most beautiful chocolate skin and curly hair that I've ever seen. And I just think he's the cutest little boy." And she thought it was so cute. She's like my daughter's first crush. But I was in kindergarten. I definitely crushed hard on this kid.
I think everybody had those young crushes. I mean, I know I had them. I never acted upon them.
Well, with him, like I made it known because I was very like outgoing as a kid, and like I would talk to anybody, like especially at school and stuff. I made friends pretty easy. I wasn't like popular, but I was just kind of like friends with everybody my whole life.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same thing.
So with him, like I made it obvious to the point where by the end of the school year, we definitely kissed in the coat closet.
Wow. Okay.
In the
All
coat
right.
closet, under the coats.
So you got your first kiss in kindergarten?
Yeah, but I don't really count that as a first kiss because I didn't know. It didn't mean anything to me. I didn't know what it was. I didn't like, So, I mean, technically, yes.
Man, I feel like a wiener then.
Technically, yes.
My
but
first kiss wasn't until like almost high school. I mean, woof, I'm a loser.
Well, then in third grade.
You kiss another kid? Oh, good
No,
Lord,
actually, we never kissed. No, but it was this. It was this kid that my best friend and I had a crush on. So this was the first like rivalry for like a romance.
Did you accidentally push her off the swing set?
No, I did not. She's still alive and thriving and doing just fine. But we both had the biggest crush on this kid, Gio. And we would just go back away. He's my boyfriend. No, he's my boyfriend. No, he's my boyfriend. And Gio would just kind of like go along with it.
And
like
Gio was like, Vanessa over there is my girlfriend.
like I don't know who y'all are, but I'm out. But this, I mean, it was silly. Like she was my best friend. We got over it pretty quickly. But like it was just funny that in third grade we're like arguing over a boy that like neither of us would even date. In real life, like we never dated him, you know what I mean? It was just like an idea, like, oh, we have a crush, so we like bickered over whose crush was more valid.
I don't even really think that you know what dating is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I knew that guys and girls were supposed to like couple up, but I don't know if I really understood dating until probably like 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah, I guess it was like more like towards then for me as well. But I was also like I feel like I was always like, I don't want to say mature, but like I tried to act a lot older than I was. Yeah. Like I always hung out with my older brother and like his friends and stuff like that. And like one of his friends is who I actually was one of his friends. It's like who I actually consider my actual first kiss. And that's this guy.
How old were you?
I was in 5th grade.
What the
I was in 5th grade, and
you've kissed more people up to 5th grade than I even knew about.
Well, Gabe was my brother's best friend in elementary school, and they were a couple years older than me, but like I always hung out with them, all that, and like Gabe and I just like hit it off. We spent all our time together and everything, and I think that like he fell for me from like a really young age. And I remember when we kissed, we were walking through the alleys of Chicago and found a little gangway and we kissed. And I honestly thought it was disgusting the first time we kissed. I was like, that was weird and I don't like it. And then I got used to it. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think so. As I said, my first kiss, I think, was probably like 8th or 9th grade. I mean, I was older. And it was with this girl, Tiffany. I mean, she was my first, I guess you could say, girlfriend crush. I mean, we dated. I mean, her and I did a lot of firsts. I mean, and she was the first girl I saw naked. I mean, but I mean, I also remember I was in like 9th grade, like when this happened. I mean, and it didn't really go anywhere. It was just kind of, it was like this on and off relationship, like all throughout high school. It was just, we always had something, but it was just never enough to keep us together.
There was this guy through my teenage years that like I always had a crush on, but he would like dangle the carrot forever.
The literal carrot.
Oh, yes, he did. Anyways, but I, looking back, I was almost like I had like an obsession with him. And my mom fed into it in like a weird way, would like kind of encourage it, like, oh, you should go tell him you like him. Oh, do this. Oh, do that. And mind you, he was like 3 years older than me, and we're in elementary school. That is a huge difference, and like
yeah.
not something that should be encouraged.
Mhm.
But as we got older, him and I did hang out. Like we spent a lot of time together. We knew each other like very, very well.
Yeah.
And when he wanted to, he would feed that,
Yeah.
feed that craving and stuff. And then I would be like, oh my God, there's a chance. But there was never a chance. And the last time I saw him was, gosh, probably like a year. So I don't know, whenever I lived in Chicago before I got married. And it was like so random. It was kind of like this weird, we were adults at that point. It was kind of like a hug, like, hey, how you doing? Like, but that was kind of it. But yeah, definitely all through my teenage years, all of them.
Yeah,
It was him.
As I said, like I didn't think I really got serious about dating, or even when I had the high school, and I kind of blame this a little on my parents. My parents were a little overly protective of me, and I guess me and my brother. My brother was just more of the I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. So
Yeah, your brother's definitely more of like a recluse.
yeah, I mean, I didn't really figure that out until I was much older, and I just figured out how to get away with the same stuff he did, but not get caught. Like, so I was smarter than him in general, but I was also just as bad as him.
Okay.
I mean,
he was just the pioneer. You figured out how to refine the process.
yeah, he just did the same thing over and over again, expected a different outcome. But I mean, as I said, the real, I think my first serious relationship was with a girl named Michelle. She was somebody that I did care about, and I met her through work. Like, we just happened to be working at the same place, and it was just convenient because we were always together. And her and we definitely had like a real relationship. I mean, like, I considered her my girlfriend. Like, we would, but it was the same thing. It was kind of like on and off. Like, we always had something, but it was never super serious. And then it would get serious, and then it wouldn't, and then. But like her and like as I said, I would consider her to be my first real serious girlfriend, and she wasn't until, as I said, it was like high school. So, I mean, I think I agree with you. Yes, do not push relationships and stuff on the younger kids. Let them kind of figure it out. But also at the same time, you got to kind of let your kids go a little bit,
100%.
and let them kind of figure stuff out, because I think I was very immature going into relationships in high school and in college, because I didn't have that kind of like experience. Like, I wasn't, allowed out of the house to go to like parties and stuff like that. And like that affected me, because then when I was able to do it, I went like too much.
Yeah.
And like, so I think there has to be a balance. I think my parents' balance was way too far to the one side, and was like, because, and and I don't blame them, because it was because of my brother.
See, I was way to the other side.
See, so it's like there has to be a happy middle.
there
But
does.
I mean, my brother and you probably would get along because you were both
Probably.
super crazy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Exactly.
I was definitely a little off my rocker as a teenager. Still am in different ways.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, relationships in general, I think even as an adult, I think they get a little bit easier, but get a little bit harder because there's more serious stuff involved. I mean, when you're in high school and stuff like that, I mean, what's the most important thing to you? You have a car, or and you were in Chicago, so I don't know if that was really a big thing, but I mean, where I was, the second you got a car, you were golden, because you could do whatever you wanted. I mean, I think this was the first girl I had a hard crush on. I mean, real hard. Another high school relationship. I mean, it sounds like I'm dating a lot, but I mean, these were like sporadic relationships, so they're not lengthy. But this one girl named Jess, she and I had a hard crush on her, and she knew I had a hard crush on her, and she broke up with her boyfriend and like immediately started dating me. Immediately, like there was no like cool down period. And that's my mistake right there. Like, I learned quickly why, because she went right back to this dude, but she went back to him after having me drive her to school for a couple
Oh,
weeks.
so she was using you.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% using me. She broke up with me.
She's smart.
Well, I mean, she broke up with me in an email, but in the email, let me get this. The last sentence asked, "Will you still drive me to school?" And like a dumbass,
You did it.
my ass picked her up the next day, acted like nothing really happened, and I will admit though, I did stop driving her like a month or two later when she started dating the guy that she broke up with
Okay,
to date me. So I was like,
you had some limits.
so excuse my language, but go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
you're not getting driven to school anymore. So I mean, I did smarten up, but I mean, I got played for about 2 months.
Yeah, sometimes it's I don't know. I bet there was a little bit of a benefit to you too. Getting to spend time with her is a benefit. Getting to be around her was a benefit. I know it's not the ultimate benefit and the goal, but
I mean,
you still got something out of it.
I mean, I guess in my mind, I thought there was still a chance. Like if she showed up, I was still that good guy.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's never a chance.
There's never a chance. It was
for any
like,
of us.
You were convenient, so I don't have to take the bus. I mean, that's how that's worked.
Gosh, I don't know. Through my teenage years, I really like. It's gonna sound so bad, but I dated mostly my brother's friends. Like they were all a couple years older. They were all like the crowd that I hung out with, the crowd that I ran with. But I definitely dated quite a few of his friends in my teenage years, and like,
and that's what
and they might be casual, and some of them were casual, some of them weren't so casual. But
I mean, that's what happens when you have an older brother or sister. Like they bring around their friends, and you end up, I guess, associating with them. And
that was our social circle.
If you talk a good game, and for a guy and for a girl, you just have to look cute. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna be fine.
It was easy. It was super easy growing up, and yeah.
Well, speaking of older, relationships that you've had with people, because you said you were with your brother's friends. I had one of my brother's friends that I met, and her name was Carly, and she was like 19 or 20 when I started talking with her. I was 16 at the time, and I remember that because I just remember I felt so cool being invited to my brother's party. But I definitely was hitting on somebody that was way older than me and wasn't single.
Yeah, way old. Oh, she wasn't.
No.
Oh,
And her boyfriend was there, so that definitely did not go over well.
Wow.
But I will say, when she did break up with that boyfriend, she did date me, which, I mean, I guess you could say that was kind of wrong, because I was 16 and she was like, I believe she was like 19, 20-ish.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's wrong, but at the same time,
But when I was like 16, I was dating like 19-year-olds and 18-year-olds and stuff like that. Even when I was like 15, I know it's wrong. Oh, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's very wrong. But it felt so normal at the time.
Yeah, it didn't really feel like the age was like. I don't think I was really thinking of it as an age.
Yeah,
thing.
no.
I was just thinking of it as, this is somebody cool to.
Yeah. This is someone I like. They
know.
like me, and maybe I could take their pants off. Like, you don't think much beyond that, you know?
I did do that, so.
Well, there you go. I mean, so mission accomplished.
Like I said, it was worth it in the long run. Got to play
mission
that.
accomplished.
I would say, got to play that long game. That was our other co-host. But have you ever had some like an awkward or weird date?
I've had some like bad first dates, but like I don't know about awkward or weird.
I think the most awkward date I ever went on was, I met a girl still in high school, so we're going back a ways, and I asked her to the movies. Nothing out of the ordinary. Like, hey, do you want to go see a movie with me and maybe get a bite to eat?
Yeah, very normal.
Very normal for a person in high school. She agreed. But I did not find out until the date that she also brought two of her friends with her. Her friends that she brought with her were like 10 or 15 feet behind us.
That's so strange.
The entire time we walked around the mall. It's not even like I invited her to my house. Like, I invited her to a public place to see a movie. And then when we saw the movie, they sat directly behind us.
So they got tickets to the movie, came and watched it, and sat right behind
100%.
you.
And
you were very aware of this the whole time?
because she showed up with them. So
Oh.
I assumed that she was going to go on a date with me and that they were going to go do their own
Are
thing.
they her chaperones? Like what?
It
What
certainly
was
seemed
the
like it.
reason for their presence?
I didn't really ask.
You didn't have to buy their movie tickets,
No,
did you?
no,
Oh,
absolutely
okay,
not.
good.
No,
Okay.
no, no. It was just I bought her movie ticket. They sat right behind us. I guess they were ensuring that I wasn't gonna do anything, but it just made the date awkward.
Yeah, that's very weird.
And I mean, I never went out with her again because I was like, what am I gonna have to?
Were you
have
dating
two?
a Duggar? Like,
I mean, I don't know. It just was really odd. Like I said, I've never that was the most awkward date I've been on.
mm,
So, I mean, I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe it was me.
I don't know.
I mean, I was incredibly gentleman-like. I mean, I don't even think I even held her hand
well, that's
because
good.
I felt so awkward about it. So, I mean, I don't know. That was me.
Yeah, I don't know. My bad dates weren't really until I was like much older. So my teenage years, I didn't really go on a lot of dates. I guess like all of our we just hung out. Everybody just hung out at each other's houses and like hung around like that. I don't know. There was no dating. Like there was like this one cafe that we would all go to and hang out at every night. Like just so random. I don't know. We didn't do dates.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some bad dates. I will say that because I went out on a date with a girl that I met on an app, and we'll get into the apps later on a little bit. But I mean, I went out on this date with this girl, and she was very nice. We went out on like maybe 5 or 6 dates, and it just so happened that these dates kind of coincided with my birthday. So it wasn't like I purposely asked her out on my birthday. She actually asked me out. She was like, "Let's go out for your birthday." So I was like, "Okay." So she actually acknowledged it, and it was like the weirdest date because at the end you would think, okay, you asked me out for my birthday, so you would pay as like happy birthday. Like I'm not asking for a gift or
Did
anything.
you
Like
pay?
I absolutely did.
So, ladies, T-Money will pay. Just keep that in mind. He
Yeah,
will pay.
I will pay. I mean, it was just
He pays
it was
every
awkward.
day.
It was awkward because like the check came and like both of us looked at each other like, and
Like, you doing it? You getting it?
I was like, I guess I got this.
But wait, this happened 5 times?
And
All on your birthday? Around your birthday?
oh no. I mean, me and her went out on dates prior to my birthday.
Okay.
So it wasn't like this was like a first date. Like I had gone out with her at least 3 or 4 times before this.
Gotcha. Okay.
And during those dates, I paid
Mhm.
because hey, I asked you out.
Okay. Then you got to the 5th date, and that was
We got to the fifth date, and
Got it.
we had talked about birthdays and things like that.
Mhm.
And I said I was like, oh yeah, actually my birthday's next week. And she goes, oh, we should go out for your birthday. I was like, oh yeah, okay. She's like okay, let's I'll take you out for your birthday.
She said, I'll take you out for
Yeah.
your birthday. That means she pays.
That means she took me out to the restaurant that I wanted to go to, yet I still paid.
You still paid.
So it really was a bad day. I think that was the last time I ever saw her because I was so annoyed.
It would be for me.
I was like,
Bye.
really? You can't open up the wallet and let the moths fly out? I mean, come on. It was just ridiculous. But I also had a really terrible date, which was I met this girl at the gym. I was in college at this point, and I met this girl at the gym, and her and I really hit it off at the gym, and I asked her out, and it was the first date. Now it was during the summer, so I'm sorry, but as a guy, I would like to wear shorts in the summer. And now I'm not saying I'm wearing like torn up jean shorts or something like that.
Yeah, but like
I wore golf cargo shorts.
shorts, very normal.
It has a little secluded pocket on the side just to hold stuff if I needed to. But if you play golf, you know what these shorts look like. They're like a nylon-y, like
I know. I already know
Yeah.
exactly what you were wearing. Like
So-
the nicer
Yeah.
cargo shorts. Yeah.
they were brand new. I hadn't even worn them yet. So this was I actually held on to them because I was going to use them on a date.
Oh, you were saving them
Yeah.
for a date.
So they would look perfectly black.
Oh.
And I put on a nice button up short sleeve shirt.
hmm
Had my hair done. Went to her. She was wearing like a pencil dress, or it was like a full dress, but it was like like didn't have like a separation, so I guess they call it a pencil dress.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what she told me. Went out on a date, had a fun time. Like I thought things were going well, only to receive a text message the other day that she said, not the other day, the next day, where I didn't get the impression you were taking the date seriously because you showed up in cargo shorts.
What a do I say it? What a
Say
bitch.
it.
What a bitch. For cargo shorts?
For cargo shorts.
What time of year was it?
It was like July. It was
so hot.
It was
Like,
it was hot. I tell you, it was 95
What
degrees.
were you supposed to wear?
I guess she expected me to wear
Like
long
Dockers?
pants. No, maybe long pants.
Yeah,
I
like
guess.
Dockers
Yeah, I
or
guess.
something. It's
I mean,
crazy.
It was ridiculous. And like when she told me that was the reason,
That's a red flag right there for you to just
yeah.
run.
I kind of felt like I was dodging a
That's
bullet.
insane.
All because I wore shorts.
I don't know. Speaking of red flags, though, like I know that like through my dating history, there's definitely been consistencies in the types of people I've gone
A certain
after.
pattern that you follow.
Yeah, I mean like I already mentioned, brothers best friends. That was definitely a pattern through my teens. And like some toxic relationships there. I think like, oh man, I just remembered this. One of my most toxic relationships that I had was with one of my brother's best friends.
Another best friend.
I don't want to mention his name due
Ooh.
to what happened later on, but while we were together, in his mind, we were kind of together, but me, I was like all in.
Mm-hmm.
He was a couple years older than me, shocker. But we were young, we were still teenage, like underage, like all, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
And, I was very much like infatuated with him and like just thought he was like amazing, but he was also like trouble. I learned about Jenna Jameson through him, like
Okay.
trouble. Like
He was like, watch this video and let me know if you can do that.
he was, no, not quite. He was a DJ, he definitely like experimented with a lot of substances and things like that. Like I would,
That
ditch school and
explains a
like
lot.
I would ditch school to stay at his place and like drink all day and stuff like this. And this
You
is
were
like,
teenagers?
I was in 8th grade at the time.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Oof.
I was in 8th grade at the time.
You were a lot more adventurous than
I was
was.
a bad kid.
I mean, maybe my parents did keep me
Oh,
as
that was
secluded for a
trouble. Yeah,
reason.
it's probably a good thing because if you're, but anyway, so it was just him and I were on and off through my teenage years, like, and it just was never good. It was very, very like not like he was a bad influence for sure. And I mean, it's for the best that like nothing ever lasted long term with him because he ended up killing his wife and killing himself in 2020.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, he strangled his
Oh,
wife and killed him and then hung himself. So yeah, I mean trigger warning. Sorry everybody. Trigger warning there. But yeah, it was yeah. So
Damn.
it was very sad. It was sad. It was very traumatic. It was a very like yeah, but that's probably the biggest red flag right there.
I mean, maybe somebody was watching out for you. Someone was like, you might get strangled by this dude. Let me
Stay
throw
away.
a curveball at you.
Stay away. But I mean, that was a wild situation. But beyond that, it's like more just like, the bad boys, the more alternative guys, of course, like more rough around the edges. And, I loved like freaking hipsters.
Hipsters.
Woo! Love me some hipsters. Give me
Really?
like 2 studded belts, not one. I need 2 studded belts on, and I need my pants so tight
Really?
that I start sweating getting them on, and like have to jump up and down to get my pants up. Oh my gosh, I used to
can't
love
do
them
that.
hipsters
I-
I was a young gal.
I mean, just from knowing you, I mean, I've only known you now, what is it, 5 years?
About 5, give
About
or
5.
take.
And I
Feels
would have
like a
never,
million.
yeah, it feels like an eternity. But I would have never guessed that you were into hipsters.
Yeah, I'm definitely not now.
Oh, okay.
I
okay.
really got into like punks. Like,
Really?
really got into
Like the guys that
punks.
had like the mohawks
Oh,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, bald. Great.
Like piercings
Shaved
everywhere.
No, not really piercings. I'm not like a big piercing person, but tattoos.
Oh, okay.
I love tattoos.
you
I'm
like
not,
tattoos,
yeah, I
so-
like as far as like body mods, tattoos are like really what I prefer in someone. Like,
Mm.
but yeah, lots like punks. The bad boys, like really, like yeah, just really enjoyed it, and they were all super shitty.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
I mean, like as you said, like patterns. I think I have a pattern, and I think my pattern happens to be I tend to go after a little bit of an older woman,
Mm-hmm.
which is, not always the worst thing. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm going after like 60-year-olds, but I
No,
mean,
but a little older,
yeah,
a
I
little
mean,
more
like
mature.
5, 6 years older than
Mm-hmm.
me. Unfortunately, some of them happen to not always be single. So that is a
Sounds
definitely,
familiar, T-Money. We've talked about this scenario.
yeah, it's definitely a pattern that I've fallen into. But I mean, there was Alice and Nina and stuff like that. I mean, those are people that happen to be a part of my life. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I think I liked it because I knew it was wrong. But at the same time, since they acknowledged that it was wrong, like it's like they were like all on board. So I think it's what made it more hot, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a I would say a negative pattern of mine, but it's a negative pattern that had positive relationships in them.
Okay.
Whether they were short or whether they happen to be, because about the one very long
Mm-hmm.
relationship. There was definitely something there that I always wanted to explore further, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's my fault. I mean, I got infatuated with somebody that I couldn't have, which is stupidity.
Mm-hmm. They're not available.
Yeah, I mean, and if they were, probably would have had a perfect relationship. Probably would have really connected with this person. But I said, I always say
But you say probably, but you don't know that.
I
You
don't know. But,
You've never had the opportunity to explore, and
exactly.
you're not. I mean, most likely you won't.
I might have annoyed them to the point where they're like, "Oh my god, why did I give this guy a chance?" I mean,
Block.
Yeah, exactly. Put me on the block list. But at the same time, it's like I think those relationships also helped me see what I was looking for in a woman
Mhm.
and in a relationship, and I wanted to find that, but have it be like, hey, I am single. Maybe I am a little bit older or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Older, younger, doesn't matter. But I'm this. I can be this person to you in a relationship. So, I mean, I think that's also a little bit why I'm single. Is that I do have those standards now
Mm-hmm.
that are, I would say, higher, and I know what I'm looking for. So
Yeah.
I guess I am. I guess you could say I'm picky, but I'm picky for the right reasons because I've
I
had a
agree.
lot. Me and you both. We've had a lot of bad relationships. We
Got a
know
lot
what
of
we.
bullshit.
Yeah, we know what we don't want, and we know what we do want.
Absolutely. Like I'm very picky about who I spend my time with. But going back though, like talking about those like formative relationships, the ones where like I learned the type of relationship that I want. Like the first one was a chef that I worked with.
Ooh, that's like kind of like you, but we're not dating. So
Yeah.
it's like
Oh
the
my god,
chef
he
part.
did. He fed me some good food at the restaurant. That's how he flirted with me. He flirted with me with food.
See,
He would cook me dinner.
I was like, if you're
on
a
my
chef,
shift.
you can flirt with me all day long. I will be perfectly fine with that.
He would cook me dinner, make me desserts, things like that. And we started dating pretty quickly. We moved in very quickly, and I felt very very hard for him, but he had a lot of issues and like demons that he was working through. Just a lot of stuff that had happened over like the few years prior, and like our relationship did not end well at all. Really did not end well at all. Not going into all of that now. Today's not the day,
Yeah.
but
That's a whole show type of.
he had
information.
actually reached out to me a few years ago. I think he was in a program, and
okay.
then I found out he passed away a few years ago.
Jeez.
So that was kind of a gut punch after seeing that he reached out to me via Facebook. He like messaged me, and I was like kind of like, what do you want?
Oh, you did respond back?
I
now?
respond like, what do you want?
Oh, so it
And
ended that bad that you were like you didn't even
it
care after
ended
years.
so bad. And but I did care, but I was still pissed, like but yeah, then when I found out he passed, like that was like a huge bombshell. For some reason it hit me very 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 hard. Like hit me super hard.
Well, because you saw that he actually was trying to improve it or
I think
fix
that's what
his
it
life,
was.
and
I don't know what happened. And I
Yeah.
think that's part of it too. And it's not my business to know, but like I think that's part of the reason why it's so hard, because I don't know what happened, and it still kind of like hangs there. But then after him, like not long at all after him, I guess probably like 6 months or so. I met a guy named Benji, and Benji and I, like the second we caught eyes, we met through a friend of ours, mutual friend at their house. But the second we caught eyes, it was like, that was it. That was it. We hung out the first time and like we were almost scared to like even kind of talk about it because we knew that if we dove in, we were going to dive in like really, really, really heavy, like really hard. And we did. We did. We started dating and it was like super fast. We fell in love with each other so quickly. Like,
now, do you think that like that happens because, you know, I always hear these things that like two souls that are like connected.
I think that him and I definitely had something with that, like, because we had a deep connection and it was it was very passionate, very like intense.
Did you feel like you could like really open yourself up and tell him like every secret that you've ever had?
Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to like get that deep into it, but like I felt like over time, like we talked about like, would you marry me? Would you like, and it was like, yeah, the conversation was yeah. Unfortunately, he had a psychotic break. Jeez. And yeah, it was it was
you're striking 1,000.
I know, right? Going great here. But a week prior we had moved in together and then I came home from work and he was acting like a very, very different person. And it was just very bizarre. I had never experienced anything like that before in my life.
When you say bizarre, do you want to go into a specific or like?
No, it was just the things he was saying were not normal. He was not making sense. Yeah. It's just very irrational, like his thought processes and things. Like I had to call his whole family and they had to take him to the hospital.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like and he was in there for a while and he never came back to who he is. And now he's like a spiritual shaman in like the mountains in California or something. So
do you think that was like I mean maybe it wasn't, but do you think it was like a drug related thing or like?
It could have been, but drugs don't cause that. They might trigger something that's already like there underlying, but like not like the most that we did was mushrooms, and we did do mushrooms right before that, and that was my thought then, but not my thought now. I think that he already had he had mental health issues that were undiagnosed already, and I think that he was well, he got diagnosis, but like looking back, like he was definitely manic depressive, he was bipolar, like but yeah. And those things definitely just came out really, really strong, and he went into a full-on psychosis. Wow. So
and you're lucky that you got out of there when you did.
Yeah, I mean, that one ended really, really rough too. I actually moved out of state when that happened.
Oh, okay, wow.
But when I did move out of state, it was right when I moved out of state, is actually when I met my now ex-husband.
So I mean, something good came from it.
I mean, that's debatable. Yes.
I mean, but there is some goodness in there.
Yeah, I had moved down to Atlanta to like get away and like get out of Chicago for a bit, and my ex and we moved down there the same week, just coincidentally. So we started hanging out and like spending a lot of time together. And at first, like I wasn't like attracted to him at first and stuff like that, but then like once I started talking to him, I was like, oh, okay. Like once we actually spent a little bit of time together, I like was like, okay. And then he was just like very nice. Yeah, very nice.
You fell in love with his personality, like the person he was.
Yes, exactly, absolutely. But yeah, and we were together for about 10 years, give or take, and married for 7, and it did not work out, and and it's unfortunate. 2 beautiful
kids out of it.
So. We have 2 awesome kids that we co-parent.
They're real cool.
They are pretty cool, pretty rad kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest, like he started seeing somebody else, and he was done with me, and there was no going back to that. So it was like kind of okay. Cool.
You're done with me, I'm done with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's how my last relationship was. I mean, I just was done with her. I mean, her name was Denise. I mean, we had a real long relationship. I mean, now I used to think I used to have a curse that I couldn't get past a 2-year mark on a relationship. This was the first girl I made it way past 2. I was at 4 years.
Wow.
I honestly thought that I was going to marry this girl because her and I had a really good connection. We did a long distance relationship in the beginning. So, I mean, she lived down in Virginia. I lived in New Jersey because she was still going to school. and when I mean she was still going to school, she was going to PA school, so she had been out of college for a while.
Okay.
It's not like one of those deals, but you know, I saw there were red flags that got pointed out to me by not like I was starting to notice them, but my friends noticed them, and it was like so one of the red flags I should have picked up on was she never introduced me to her parents in the 4 years that we were dating.
In 4 years, you didn't meet her parents?
Not once.
Did she talk about them?
She would tell me like stories about them.
Did they
but-
live nearby?
Yeah, they lived like 2 towns over. They lived like from my house. They lived like maybe 20 minutes.
What'd you guys do for holidays?
She always came to my house, or we didn't get together.
Oh, that's so strange.
So that's one red flag. Here comes red flag number 2. In the 4 years that we were dating, I never met any of her friends.
All right, that's another level.
Ever. None of her friends. But see, here's
Was she hiding you?
that's why
her
it
little
really,
like Polly Pocket tucked away?
Yeah, that's why it really started coming down to it. Like she had met my father because my mom has passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But she had met my father. She had met my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, my brother, his wife, my niece, and when my dad had his 75th birthday,
Mm-hmm.
I threw him a surprise party, and so I brought all his closest friends there. I invited her to that, so she met people that were close to my dad,
Wow.
either family wise or friend wise.
Just extended, like
Yeah,
more extended people.
But people that knew me from like growing up.
Yeah.
She never introduced me to anybody on her side. Did
you ever have a conversation about this?
We had 2 very big arguments about it. We had an argument about it at year 2 because we had gone out and I might have gotten a little tipsy and just kind of started shooting my mouth off a little bit. But
good for you.
We had a blowout argument then, and then year 3-ish, maybe a little bit over 3-ish, we had a conversation, and her response to when I said, you've never introduced me to this, you never introduced me to this, I feel like I'm being hidden. Your comments are noted.
Wow. That's just.
That was her response to my entire, because she goes, your comments are 100% true and your comments are noted.
But she had nothing to say about it.
She had nothing to say about it, why she was doing it. She had nothing, and she never made any attempt to correct it.
But she said, you're right.
She said,
I am
right.
hiding you.
100%. Well, I didn't say that. I guess.
But essentially.
I had said that in my argument. I don't know if she actually agreed with that, but essentially she was hiding me. That's
terrible though. That's such like a self-esteem kill.
I have this friend. His name is York. He's Asian. So the girl I was dating was Asian. Mm-hmm. So I introduced him and her
mm-hmm.
and his wife. We went out to dinner together.
Mm-hmm.
And York and his wife said to me, like, she's great. I really like her. She's smart. Like, she's perfect for you, blah, blah, blah. And then when I went into the what was going on, he goes, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. He goes, coming from an Asian family, he goes, she doesn't want to introduce you to her parents. She goes, she's probably embarrassed of some sort. And he goes, it's just how they are in Asian families. He's like, but he goes, if she really cared for you, she wouldn't let that stand in the way.
100%.
He goes, so unfortunately, man, he goes, I hate to say it. He goes, but it's never going to happen. So he's like, you're spinning your wheels. She knows you're spinning your wheels. She doesn't care.
And she's just letting it happen. Yeah. It's your choice
goes,
if you want to stay or leave.
She's watching it.
Yeah.
So I finally got to the point where I was like, I can't anymore. I'm too old for games like that. You either want to be with me or you don't.
That's a long time. That's a long time
after
to deal
4
with that.
years, let me ask you this.
4 months, I would have been like deuces.
But let me ask you this. How could I ask her to marry me if I've never met her parents or father?
You absolutely can't.
Could you imagine if I asked her to marry me?
So clearly that was never her goal, or
she didn't. No. She had no interest in that. No interest.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't know.
That was a bad one.
That's a rough one. That's a really rough one. I don't know. After my my marriage, though, I went back to the dating scene, and
the dating scene is horrible. So.
And going back to the dating scene 10 years later, it's a different world from when I was dating.
Because there's all these stupid apps now,
All the apps.
and I mean you just can't.
Oh, I hate the apps. I
There's
can't.
no personal touch. Remember when you used to go to a bar, you used to go out, you see that person, you get a view of who they are,
Mhm.
what they're like. And an app, you're looking at pictures and what they describe themselves at, and half the time you get ghosted.
Oh, I hate the apps. I can't do them.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. You get ghosted. You get no responses. I mean, I've been on two apps. I mean, and they're pretty popular, and I have sent out an insane number of like, "Hey, how's it going?
Mhm.
Let's try to get to know each other." Like simple messages, just to try to start a conversation, and I've gotten zero back. And
Yep.
it's just like
The world of dating. Oh, I start conversation, or like people start conversations with me. I'll respond back, and like just crickets. I'm like, why do I even do this?
why
do I do this?
It's just a waste of time.
I don't know. I after my marriage and divorce and all that kind of stuff, like the first person that I guess that like I really like kind of like gave some emotion to a couple years later, it was someone that I met in person, like in passing, because that's how I met. I meet people like that. Like I can't meet people online. I can't do it.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, like organically. That's what I'm trying to think of. So I did meet him organically through a friend of mine, and him and I just like dove right in again. Like we fell hard, or I fell hard and fast. He acted like he fell hard and fast, and didn't exchange the words, nothing like that. But like it was just a very, very passionate, very like heavy kind of thing that was going on. I guess we were in a relationship. It wasn't like a situationship. We were definitely in a relationship, but he ended up cheating on me with a couple some strippers. But so I was like, oh right. So I mean,
and that's what's horrible about these apps is that you can say you're serious.
Oh, and you're
totally
just there for
not.
bullshit.
You're just there to, as we've said earlier in the show, get in someone's pants.
Yeah, I don't know. That stripper lover crushed my soul though. That was a tough one.
I mean, my brother might be able to understand the stripper love.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, your brother could absolutely do it.
Unfortunately.
Colts and strippers.
Exactly.
Colts and strippers. But I don't know. I am just kind of like over the Tinder dates and over Hinge and all that kind of stuff. I'm exhausted. I am at this point, I have like moved on. I am at the point of like single for life, protecting my peace.
Yeah.
Would I love to find someone to like be with and spend my life with? Yes. Oh my God, yes. If nothing else, to like split the mortgage or rent with, like,
Exactly.
It's like, that I would love a partner though in life because I really did enjoy being married. I loved having my person, and
you're
like
a hell of a cook. So.
Our marriage was good for a long time in my mind, but like I would love to do that again with someone, and like being older and wiser and much more mature and like much more even tempered as well. I think I've learned a lot, but when I go into dating, when and if I have the capacity to do it, when I go into dating, it will be purely for intention. Like I will be dating intentionally, and like for the intention of not necessarily marriage, but like finding someone to be committed to long term.
I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I said I'm looking for a relationship where I can just laugh, have a good time, grow. I mean, I said I don't have kids. I've never been married, but if you have kids, hey, that's great, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I would actually be a pretty decent dad to somebody. I mean, I know how it kind of works. I mean, I'm not great. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I mean, I think
nobody does till they do it.
I think I would be able to pick it up, but I mean, I just want somebody I can hang out with, somebody that I can, do stuff with. It's like, hey, you want to go down to New Hope? You want to go, into New York City? You want to go hiking? I mean, it's like simple stuff. It's like, you want to sit on the couch and be freaking couch potatoes.
And you don't have to meet up with them because you live together. You're cohabitating. It's like, it's the best thing ever.
Plus I can get a bigger house.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Go big or go home. Well, literally.
As we said, we got our 15-year deal if we haven't met or married somebody by then, and we're just going to do it for the tax purposes.
Fuck it, for the tax purposes. Get a bigger place.
Exactly.
Like, T, I'm down. So.
Jersey, we
paying this enormous rent is just killing me. And this new studio, while it's so much nicer, it's so much more expensive. So, I need someone to, help this mama out with the bills.
You got to split the cost over there.
But yeah.
Well, I want to say, I'm glad that I found a little bit more about you. I think
you too. I learned a lot
really,
about your dating history. And,
yeah. Now you know why I'm single.
Yeah. Well, me too.
Exactly.
I've dated too many crazy. This is only the tip of the iceberg. I haven't even gone into my stories, but we can
do that on another show. We can deep dive into why we're broken.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, we should do that. Why we're broken.
That's a good show.
On the next episode.
Exactly.
On that note, on the next episode, learn why we're broken.
Exactly. But from all of us here at Don't Sneeze on Me, we're dropping the mic.
We out.